On February 7th, 2023, Brooklyn Nets guard Cam Thomas became the youngest guard in NBA history to record 3 straight 40-point games. Bro, it was crazy. It had to be the most unexpected scoring run from a player in a long time, but surprisingly, not too long after, Thomas got fully benched. At the end of the season, he registered 3 consecutive DNPs, and once the Nets made the playoffs, he only played a combined 15 minutes and 39 seconds in 4 games. How could this be possible? How could somebody who scored a combined 134 points in 3 games then not be deemed worthy enough to step on an NBA court for a single second? How's it going, my friend? I'm Alexander from Load Management Media, and let's talk about it. Cam Thomas has always been known as a scorer throughout his time playing basketball. In his 1 season in college basketball at LSU, he averaged 23 points a game, which helped him get drafted 27th overall by Brooklyn. And right after he got drafted, during Summer League, he was named the MVP. This guy can really score. He's been doing it for a while. In his first season in the league, he showed great flashes of his scoring and what you saw in Summer League and college, but it never fully materialized. He was a very head-down player who didn't look to pass much at all, and his scoring was inconsistent, but when he got it going, it was over. But it wasn't all his fault. He had a suspect coach named Stephen Nashington that really did not help his case. So with everything that happened in year 1, year 2, people were definitely interested in what he could produce. In year 2 to start, he really got no opportunity. At first it made no sense because the Nets were losing games, and eventually Steve Nash was fired. But once Jacques Vaughn stepped in, you couldn't really blame him because the Nets went on an 11-game winning streak, and during that time, Cam didn't play much. That's just the way it was. But Cam patiently bided his time, and once he got his opportunity, he took full advantage. On February 5th, with KD injured and Kyrie out with foot/rest/trade pending, Cam Thomas dropped a career-high 44 points in a win versus the Washington Wizards. He did this off the bench, by the way, as well. It was unbelievable. The shots he was hitting, bro, you just had to see him.
1 point shy of his career high. Thomas bouncing. 3 to shoot. Thomas will take.
The NBA community was on fire, but Cam wasn't done. Just 2 days later, he put up a new career high 47 points versus the Clippers with 7 threes as they lost by 8. That boy was cooking. But he still wasn't done. The next night, he put up 43 in a narrow 4-point loss to the Suns. Cam was now the youngest player ever to score 3 straight 40 bombs, beating Allen Iverson's record from 1997. He put up a 40 bomb after playing 38 minutes the night before. That's disgusting. Unfortunately though, the next game, Thomas's 40-point fun would end after he put up 20 versus the Chicago Bulls. And only 2 weeks after that, he registered 3 straight DNPs. But why did this truly happen? During Cam's 3-game epic crusade, Kyrie was injured / had been traded to the Mavs. And the same thing with KD. That meant that he had the opportunity to go crazy. And once the Nets acquired Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, Cam was back to a bench role and his minutes gradually dwindled. And even still with some of the new guys like Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, Spencer Dinwiddie, initially Cam was still really productive off the bench. He had a few 20-point games off the bench, but the game where you could see the true plug pull of his minutes was versus the Bucks on February 28th, where he shot 0 of 7. After that, his minutes were all over the place. He even had 3 straight DNPs between games 72 and 74 of the season. I went and rewatched that Bucks game where he shot 0 of 7 and where they seemingly dropped his minutes after that, and it wasn't even really that bad. Yeah, he couldn't score, but everyone has those nights. Sometimes though, a coach could be looking for one reason to stop playing a player, and once he gets it, you're done. Just to prove though that he still had his scoring touch, Cam dropped 46 points on the final game of the season versus Orlando after feeding on absolute scraps the previous few games. Certain guys just never forget how to score, it seems. As Brooklyn qualified for the playoffs, Cam got a combined 15 minutes in a team that only managed 93 points a game versus the 76ers. It made little sense. In all honesty, I understand why Vaughn put Cam back into that 6-man spot initially, Bridges and Cam Johnson, along with Finney-Smith and Dinwiddie, make the most cohesive starting five with Clax that Brooklyn has to offer. But going from 6th man to DNP man should never happen for somebody as talented as Cam Thomas. He is quite a head-down scorer still, it's true, but he's much improved from when he was a rookie. His off-ball shooting got better, his shot selection got better, and his defense and playmaking, although it's not amazing, also got better. He isn't the perfect player, but he's definitely a guy who deserves a consistent 20 minutes minimum per game as your 6th man, especially in Brooklyn where there was like no scoring off the bench. In year 3, I see him taking another step forward, and if Brooklyn don't take good care of him, best believe he's blossoming into an elite scorer somewhere else. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Over here at Load Management Media, I talk about the most interesting young players in the NBA related world, unique stories like what happened with Cam Thomas, but also some other guys that you've never heard of, and some young stars that you have heard of before. So if you like everything to do with young players in the NBA, then this is the place for you. I'll be putting out at least one video a week, so if that interests you, consider hitting a like and a sub. And as always, stay rested. See you in the next one.